Hi everyone. So, continuing with the previous conversation we had. So, first let me explain what we will cover in this video. So, first part is this one, which is visible on the screen. So, in the previous we covered the level 0 diagram of data flow that we were designing, a context diagram, and we covered. But in this, I was trying to build a level 1 diagram. It goes a bit deep, um, detailed detailed into the how data flows. So first I will explain this how this data flow occurs in a level 1 diagram of the one module that we have picked up, and then we will go to the next section of I try to create a application for a single module, and with the help of an AI. So I gave all the PRDs, the document that we have built, and also a prompt to generate the whole application. But it generated a whole application that is front end part only, there is no backend. Then I try to put that into VS Code, the coding platform, and generated the local. I was trying to add more functionalities to it and make it more functional, adding backend system and everything with the help of course the AI chatbot that we have in the VS Code. So I'll first explain this, then we'll move to the AI application. This okay. So if you see in the module that we had selected, it was a battery management or a battery management module. So in a battery management module, see how you create a data flow diagram is you define the entities which are external entities to the main action, and the rectangular part is the entity. You see, so rectangular part is an entity, and the circular part is the processes, and this is the databases. So actually, this is shown as a I have the standard diagram to so represent database is actually rectangle with an arrow deleted with a two simple lines. But I am creating this in whimsical and I did not have this in this here. So I put that in a cylindrical shape. But now I have downloaded the raw.io and we can create in that. So, okay. So starting with the operation manager. So it sends the login details to which process? Authentication process. So there is someone called authentication manager. There is nothing called a manager, but some application is there which manages the authentication flow of it. And how does this authenticate? Verifies that there is a DB for account management. All the uh, users who have access of this application, their login credentials are stored here, and this login details is sent to this DB, and it verifies that or confirms that this is the correct login credentials, and operation manager gets verification and it gets access to the dashboard view. And in the dashboard view we have the fleet overview module that we are trying to build. And for the fleet overview module, how does that data fetching occurs? There's a DB of separate DB of battery data, a time scale database for time series data. And how this DB input output flow is there, that you request a live data to present this module for fleet overview module, this dashboard. Whenever let's say operation manager is accessing this dashboard or refreshing this particular module, it request for a live data from the DB, and live data is sent, whatever the record is available, latest record is available to the module. And another process is called telemetry data, which directly comes from the telematics unit. And this telematics unit captures or gets data from the BMS, which is present in the EV vehicle. So it transports that BMS telemetry data to the this process stored element telemetry record somewhere in the cloud, which is our DB. So this is just a process which our DB ingests data or it accepts the telemetry data. But before everything, this directly sending it to the cloud, the filtration and data cleaning part, everything occurs, uh, let's say at before sending it to the cloud, or maybe there is a pre-stage where this data cleaning or filtering part occurs. And this could be what we have written a telemetry record. This could be an entire DB or a pre-process kind of a thing. So this is level one of I think data flow that we were discussing, diagram that we were building in the PRD. Okay, let me show you the PRD part. Yes, so yes, this is the actually application. So this is the yes. So this is level one diagram that we are building, creating. So level zero context diagram, a basic diagram of uh, dashboard, telematics unit, operation manager. In the next stage, we have went into little bit deep. So moving on to the next section. So in the next section, I try to create using Gemini. You can build applications. So the prompt I gave it as the whatever was available in the PRD. I gave access or uploaded the document of PRD and other prompts that I gave that I want to build a particular text stack using TypeScript and everything. So if I go to the full screen, so if you see it exactly matches to the wireframes or the prototype that is available in the PRDs. You see fleet overview module, station uses module, status, range versus charting time, everything is there. But again, this is just a front-end application, and you can save this file or you can deploy this application on Google Cloud, or you can save this to GitHub, or you can download. So I downloaded this application, and you can also share. And I also tried creating this same uh, prompt and everything with another AI application built into Lovable. So it has a different UI part of it. I did not quite follow the PRD that I uploaded to it. So yeah, I downloaded the application and put that into VS Code. Now let us go to the VS Code. If you see, there is so this is the VS Code, and with the help of I think yes chatbot. This is a Cloud Smart agent. So I added multiple code bases. Like there was no authentication part. There was only this two pages were there: operation dashboard and analytics dashboard was there. So I added multiple, I think, authentication code. And again, currently it is only a front end part of it. There is no backend service to how this authenticated data will be stored, or this component that is there, chart, KPI, sidebar, dashboard, everything data will be stored in a backend. So there is nothing, no code available right now. But we are actually working on this. You see, and my goal is to upload this or deploy this on Vercel platform, and where for this one module this uh, battery management module that we are working on. So once I have this working, although it was working locally, if you see in the local port 3000, it was working locally, but again it got stuck in the uh, data part since it does not have any data local host. So it kept on. Uh, you can log in with the mock data, but not with the. You need some data in the operation part, everything part to uh, check locally or test locally that what is happening. So if I run, let's say, okay, so I have asked is to asked. Okay, let me. I was to create it. So if you see, I think it has opened the local port. Let me check. No, it is not open. So if you see in the terminal, I have multiple code updates. So currently, I was working on adding this demo authentication where You can just show or demo to anyone that this is a working, but the SQL part, backend part is not currently added. And how I have the SQL application also in my local machine, but I think the file is corrupted. So once I have this working, I will also demo this or showcase to you, and maybe I can upload that in the next video. And one module that we are working on, once we have this fully functional and working, then maybe can share more and create another video. Okay, thank you.